Welcome to Overanalyzing Longsword. Last weekend, Helsinki Longsword Open 2025 happened. It was one of the highest level tournaments to date, with a whopping 16 fencers in the top 100, 14 rated above 1700, 5 rated above 1800, and 1 rated above 1900. So which player from that list, you may wonder, won that tournament? Surely it was one of the 1800 plus fencers. Probably the 1900 plus, but surely an 1800. But no, you'd be wrong. It must have been one of the 1700 players, right? No. Incorrect. In order to find the winner, we got to scroll a little bit. Ah, there he is. Mate Kalman of Hungary, Club Ars Ensis, entered the tournament rated 1490. 1490. Let's put that into perspective a little bit. That's a huge outlier. Out of the top 10 tournaments of 2024, the lowest rated gold medalist was 1690. That was Sam Riles at SoCal Sword Fight. The second lowest rated was in the 1700s. Other than that, the other 8 were all above 1800. I get help from Petter of Humor Ratings trying to find if any upsets come even close to what we got here, and none of them really do. The closest one was Swordfish 2019, in which the winner was rated in like the 1620s, and that was still good enough for a top 100 placement. So we weren't even talking like a low rated fencer. So this is crazy. He had in the final he had an 8% win chance. 8%. His opponent was Martin van der Aura, somebody who I expected to see in the top 4. He was rated above 1800, fresh off of his win at Dutch Lions Cup, the second highest rated tournament of 2024. And then the other top 4 players, the Dutchmen Bart Jongsma and Mart van den Berg, both rated under 1700. Crazy. So what happened to the 1800 players, the other 1800 players? We will go up here. We have Mira Latela, rated above 1900, coming into the tournament, seed number 1, coming out of pools, still seed number 1. Lost his first match against Eto Sipila, who is a teammate of his from EHMS, and a very good fencer. I fenced him last year at Sword and Buckler. We tied. He probably should have won. I think I got a little bit lucky. And he also did very well at Saber and Rapier and Dagger in this tournament. Ville Välimäki and Håvard Lund Eidheim. They're both rated above 1800. Håvard knocked out by Ville. Not super surprising. 2 1800 players, one of them has to lose, so yeah, no big surprises there. Ville loses to Mart van den Berg. So I saw him last year. Last year at HLO 2024, he came in rated around 1000. And he made it to the bracket and made it a few rounds in. And I was watching him like, oh, this guy's pretty good. Like, why is he rated so low? And sure enough, throughout the year, he's been improving, getting better placements. And he came into this tournament in the 1600s, and he showed his stuff. He showed that he deserves to be at the top level of tournaments like this. So, good job, Mark. And then in the lower right bracket, we have third seed out of pools, Adrian Mizell, rated above 1800, lost his first Elam match against Jakob Schinel. So that's what happened to all the 1800 level players. So how did he do it, you may ask? Let's stop with the boring nerd stats and get into some overanalyzing and see how Mate actually made this amazing win. So I've chosen two matches that I'm going to pick out some exchanges from that I think exemplify how he won this tournament. The first one is against Martin Vrabel of Slovakia, and he competes in a lot of Slovak and Czech tournaments, and also sometimes Nordic tournaments like Dutch Lions Cup in Helsinki. And he is rated 1732 currently, so pretty high rated. So this first this first exchange here is Martin's score. And what I want to notice, what I want to point out about that is just how much he has to extend in order to reach here. So he does get it. He gets the full 3 points. But look at it's like he's reaching across the entire country of Finland to get to his opponent. Um, so keep that in mind, right? So next, what happens is a straight thrust. Okay, I'm not going to go back because this is going to happen again. So Martin extends a little bit and then gets thrusted. So once again, Martin extends, Mati just thrusts in. Mate. And then finally, third time in a row, extend. Martin extends, Mate thrusts in. So what is happening here? He kind of set up the idea that Martin's going to really have to reach far in order to get to him. So he's ready with that back step. He's not overcommitting. He's letting Martin commit, and then he's doing a small void and taking advantage. So if you're good at fencing, you may be thinking, "Oh, well, that's easy. Just get a little bit closer before you attack, and you won't have to overextend." Yes, I think the same thing. So let's see now what happens when somebody tries to do that. So here we have the final match. First exchange, or sorry, the first one that I'm showing. Martin overextends a little bit, and Mate gets him on the head. So he's making Martin extend and stepping backwards. So Martin tries to adapt by coming in closer. So we'll see how this plays out. So attempted hand snipe and successful hand snipe. So see how as Martin steps in, he's not ready. He knows he doesn't want to overextend, so he's going to try to start a little bit closer. Steps in, gets his hand hit. And Mate's always on the retreat. See? And now it's 7-0. This is tough to come back from. So he got that with the first exchange was that I didn't show was a kind of a close in hand hit. The second one, drawing his opponent and hitting the head on the retreat. Third one, making his opponent close the distance more to get a better setup, and then sniping the hands. So here's another idea, is just not worrying about parrying and just stabbing your opponent in the chest. So if you do that, then the worst that can happen is an equal double, and the best that can happen is you get 3 points. So there, Martin does get a hit in, but at this point, it's getting late in the game. We're 2 minutes in out of 3 minutes, and there it is again. So this is closing the door, right? Martin steps in, tries to get in a good distance to attack. Bam. So that's what happens. Okay? So, two-part strategy. Part one, let your opponent overextend and then stab them. Part two, if they get closer, in order to not have to overextend, then hit them on the hands. So it helps a little bit that he's tall, but I'm also tall and I can't do that. So good, so good job. There are also other tall people in this tournament who didn't make it as far as he did. So congratulations again to Mate Kalmanagi for your win at Helsinki Longsword Open 2025. This tournament was awesome. There were tons of good matches. I encourage you to go to the live streams. All the matches are on there. Check them out. Find high level players who fenced each other, find their matches, see what they did, why they won or lost, and yeah, try to apply it to your fencing. And that's it. Do longsword. Thanks for watching.